future of the Batman Arkham series, it seems to be over. Because when they finished Arkham Knight, they just did one Arkham VR experience, which was a really well done VR experience.
Yeah.
And ever since then, Rocksteady have been very quiet about what they're working on. We know they're working on something, but we just don't know what. Ever since Arkham Knight came out, it was, they're doing a Superman game. They're doing another Batman game. They're doing a Justice League game. They're doing anything to do with DC. It seems to be that they're still working with a DC property. What that is, only time will tell. If it ties into the Batman Arkhamverse, great, but I don't think that they need to go back and tamper with it if they feel that they can't do justice to it.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do a Justice League game, if they're going to do a Superman game, does it have to be incorporated into the Arkhamverse? Maybe not. But if they feel that they can intertwine those stories with what they have laid, with that such a solid platform that they've laid out, then why not? It's just up to Rocksteady when they release something rather than if they release something. Whether that will be on current gen, it could be on next gen. Maybe they're waiting for this extra processing power of the new consoles to actually bring us something that will completely blow our socks off. Especially for me anyway. When it comes to, if they're going to be working with DC again and Warner Brothers, I cannot wait to see what they're going to bring into into the gaming universe. And I think people are ready for Rocksteady to bring out another game. It's been needy. It's not going to be out this year. I'd be very surprised if they somehow announce they're going to be bringing something out this year. I can't see that happening. But even if it's next year, we're going to get on to 5 years since Arkham Knight came out.
Wow.
They are creeping into Rockstar territory here for how long it is between each franchise entry, which is not a bad thing. And it's the first time that Rocksteady have waited.
You're going to get a good product at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the first time that Rocksteady have done this with the Arkham franchise, which is not to say, if you look at Rocksteady's history, they haven't done an awful lot of games. It was just the fact that the Arkhamverse has made them become what they are today, which is a very well-respected video game company. And if they are willing to put all their work and effort into a 5-6 year project, then good luck to them. I really hope it works. And if that risk pays off, we could be in for a really, really good game.
To go off topic slightly, you mentioned Rockstar territory. I did read an article the other day, and there was a quote in there from one of the directors saying that the gap between GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 was too big, and they won't be doing that again.
Funny enough, I wanted to talk to you about this. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so basically I just wanted to mention we might be getting a new Rockstar game before, we retire. You know what I mean? So that's exciting. I know they're working on Bully 2. I don't know if that's what they mean. Obviously, everyone's hoping that they're on about GTA 6.
Yeah.
So,
I know what he did say was that he wanted. It was Take-Two, wasn't it? Take-Two CEO wanted Rockstar to start churning out more games in a shorter space of time.
Which is good and bad, I think.
It is good and bad, because obviously we'll get more Rockstar titles. But again, it's quality over quantity. Will it be that if they do start doing this, that not to say that it will drastically drop in quality, but will it be the fact that it may turn into something like we've seen with Assassin's Creed, but not to the same extent, where they just start churning these games out and we don't get the same sort of creative input, we get the same sort of quality, in their presentation or their world building? Will it be a very sort of cut and paste experience with future Rockstar games than what we have got? Because to be fair, even though they've done open world games now pretty much since GTA 3, they have added stuff to their open world to make it a lot more immersive. So I'm not sure whether... I know why he's saying it, because he can see his company's making billions and billions of dollars, not just from Red Dead Redemption 2, but still from GTA Online.
Yeah, well, it's the most profitable entertainment product ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy for a video game that came out in 2011? Oh, 2013, sorry. Yeah.
2013 when GTA 5 came out. If Rockstar start churning out more games, that is another big... Especially for the first couple of years, people will just go, Christ, we're getting another Rockstar game. People are going to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt. Let's face it, right? They could pump out... If they were to pump out 3 games in the next 10 years on the same scale of GTA and Red Dead 2, right? Even if they weren't as good as, like, say, or in depth as Red Dead 2 or GTA 5, people are still going to buy all those 3 games. And if at the end of that 10 years they go, okay, well, this hasn't really worked, we'll go back and we'll go back to having a big gap between our releases and go back to that extra quality. I don't think that's going to affect their company. I don't think it's going to harm them in any way. You know what I mean?
Probably not. I saw a video the other day from Game Ranks where they were talking about this.
I might have seen the same one.
And
go on.
They were talking about it was literally after this quote came out, I think, from, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the CEO of Take-Two.
Yeah.
And they were saying the problem with going down this sort of route is that you will lose that creativity, and games are moving into... Well, we've covered this already when we've been talking, especially about the new upcoming Marvel Avengers game, about these live service sort of games. And I may not be talking about necessarily about just sort of the multiplayer stuff, but about releasing sort of episodic content to the game. You know, you release games in a certain state, and then they just keep adding bits onto it as they go along.
Yeah. Games as a service is definitely becoming a lot more popular. I bought Rage 2 a little while ago, and I was like, oh, this feels a bit empty. Then you look at the roadmap, and it's like, hey, for the next 6 months, we're adding in, like, tiny drops of content on this single-player game.
Yeah.
It's a bit annoying in some ways, because you pay money for a half-made game, and then you've got to wait 6 months, maybe a year or so, before you get the full experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with it, as long as there's enough of a full game on release day, you know what I mean? Like playing Red Dead Online, right? It still feels empty.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, all you can do really is hunt. That's literally all I've done. I haven't actually logged into Red Dead Online months. And I have zero intention on spending money on it, Rockstar. So if you are listening, because I know you're listening, you might be. I don't know. Mr. fucking Rockstar. I'm not going to spend a single penny on Red Dead Online, but I will happily throw my wallet at Red Dead Redemption 2 Story Mode DLC or a Red Dead 1 remaster putting into Red Dead 2 World. Fucking make it happen.
But this is the thing, you can look at episodic content. Stuff like the Telltale series, for example, which is a completely separate thing, because what they were talking about in this video from Game Ranks is that, the episodic content works if it's in a very linear experience, a very linear story-driven experience, where you can sort of say, here's the game for 20 quid, we'll give you the first episode, and then if you give us £5 or whatever, you get the subsequent episodes afterwards. I think if you were to do that with a game like Red Dead or GTA, where you've got this whole expansive world and the games like that, but you've got bits of it locked off by, DLC or, upcoming parts of the game, where basically you're just going to be releasing the game bit by bit, I don't think that's going to work with people. That's going to rub people up the wrong way. If they're going to be playing this this game, I suppose, Sarge, it's a little bit like Fallout 76 in a way.
Yeah. Except Fallout 76 is doing the games as a service without the paying option, which is why the community playing the game don't really have many problems with it. Because people are willing to wait for something if you're just going to give it to them.
Yeah.
If you're told, okay, you need to wait and give us money to wait for this thing, people are a bit more skeptical and not quite as happy about it all.
Would go this way. They may be forced to go that way, but I really hope they don't. I don't mind companies who take 4 or 5 years to release a game. If they've got the vision to do it, then let them do it. Look, it's 10 years between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. Was it worth the wait? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
100%.
if they start churning out these games one every, let's say, 3 years, to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt, a 3-year development cycle, what are we going to start losing from the games? In terms of overall quality, is storytelling going to flounder? Is performance going to flounder?
In a Rockstar title, there's always... I've never completed 100%, right? There's always something you don't do. So, like, in GTA 5, or, like, in older GTAs, like, there was always hidden packages, weren't there? 100 hidden packages. Never found any of them. You know what I mean? If you happen to stumble into them, okay, great. In GTA 5, there was, like, quest on finding parts of a spaceship.
Yep.
Never bothered with that. In Red Dead 2, there's, like, a dinosaur bone thing.
Right.
You've got to find, like, 50 dinosaur bones.
Right.
Guess what? I haven't
touched
with that.
it. No.
So there are bits that they could cut out and still make it a great game. But it's whether or not that they'd actually want to sacrifice that. Because I know there's a big part of the community that likes that sort of thing. And at the end of the day, it does make you explore the map. And they do put a lot of time and detail into creating the world, don't they? So
yeah. I think that's the thing. There's such well-crafted games that people are just very skeptical about if they go down this route that we are going to lose that. I don't know. If whoever's listening out there, please let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on this. I'll link GameRanks' video in the description so you can go and have a look at that and see what they think about it.
I have a solution, actually. I've just thought about it, right?
Oh,
Rockstar have a license to print money, right? They've made GTA 5 is, like we said, is the most profitable entertainment product in history of ever.
Yeah.
Right? Red Dead 2 has made $1 billion, I believe. It's an insane amount of money. This is what you do, Rockstar. Hire more people.
Funny enough,
profit
that's
margins.
It's insane. Fuck profit margins.
How can you buy you the 50th Ferrari if you hire a new intern? I mean, come on now, Jay. You're clearly not thinking this through.
Yeah, well, interns work for free, so get them on that 100 fucking hour working week. I'm joking. Don't hate me. I'm joking. Don't do that. Actually pay your people good money and just hire more of them.
Because that was something they mentioned, wasn't it? That the fact that Rockstar can now start hiring more people with the money that they've got, and they can start bringing out more games in a shorter period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a simple solution, doesn't it? Just hire more people. But I suppose the reason that the games work so well is because they've got the best people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I suppose there's not going to be a lot of them, is there?
We've seen companies hire too many people in a quick... And I'm not saying that Rockstar... I don't think Rockstar would be in dire straits if they hired a few more people to work on games. They clearly wouldn't be. But if you look at some video game companies, and especially in the last couple of years, especially when you look at places like Activision, and especially Telltale, who decided to, up their staff numbers exponentially and eventually ended up paying the price for it. There's a really good documentary on YouTube about the fall of Telltale,
really?
which I'll link in this video, and they speak to some of the employees saying that they were making too many games in the same ilk, and that kind of led to the company falling and eventually closing down.
I think that's completely different, though, to what I was suggesting. Like, hire more people, but just get them all working on GTA 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, okay,
I know what you mean.
I'm not exactly qualified to be talking about video game design because I don't have a fucking clue. But how hard could it be? No, I'm joking. Like, obviously, you get people make the map, and then you get teams go like, right, you do this mission, you do that mission, you do that mission, you do this, you do that, blah, blah. It's simplified, yes, but just hire more people.
I will
At the
say
end
on
of the day,
that
GTA
front,
6 is still going to make billions, isn't it? So you know you're going to make profit.
yeah. With hiring new people, though, it's a case of if they don't have all the necessary experience, and this isn't like a standard job where it's like, oh, you didn't do 5 years at the same company. It's got to be a case of you need to understand how the engine works. You've got to be able to understand your own code and other people's code so you're not conflicting with different things here and there. Everyone's got to talk to each other about what they're doing all the time. You've got to be able to work as a huge team as well as in the separate teams of whatever your particular thing is. Game design is stupidly hard. Like, way harder than I understand.
I know
and
I
I'll
simplified
probably go
it.
into it. Yeah.
I know I simplified it,
But
but
it's a case of when you are trying to hire new people, like we've mentioned, it's not easy. And it's not only getting the best of the best, but it's getting the best people who can do a very specific task.
And getting them to work 100-hour work weeks.
Yeah, that too.
But it's communication as well in a video game company, because if one breaks down, everything goes to pot. And I think that's the problem that some companies have had over the years. So I don't feel, and I'm going to say this, and disclaimer, I do work at a video game company. People don't really appreciate the amount of work that goes in to create these games.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway. I just think that people think, oh, they've done this once, they can do it again. It's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. And you can talk to any developer. It doesn't have to be a huge company. It could be an indie developer, someone who creates games on their own, or one-man team. It's not easy. So, yeah, the whole Rockstar situation, I hope they stick to the model that they've still got, because I would much rather they bring out a game that blows my mind, which takes them 8 years to do, than 3 games in 6 years that will make me go, it was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't say 3 games in 6. I said 3 games in 10.
Oh, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, but that's still better, isn't it? That's like a game every 3 and a bit years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most Call of Duty games have that kind of development cycle.
No, they don't. They fucking releasing like bloody like.
They release
like
mostly every single year, but that's because you've got 3 different studios, each doing a 3-year development cycle, and it switches between them.
How hard can that be? I'm not being funny. Right, there's about 5 maps on a fucking Call of Duty. The last one didn't even have any bloody story mode. It was just fucking, jump on a server and shoot your mates. How hard is that?
Jay here is demonstrating a perfect example of people not understanding
what video game development is like, exactly. Yeah. I'm going to get on that fucking train, come down to Rhondda, open the pit, throw you in it, and lock it back up again.
Well, good luck, because I don't live in the bastard Rhondda.
Yes, you fucking do. Right, we're moving away from it. Fuck it. I've had enough of this.